Hi, peace, light, and love. Welcome to my blog. I'm on my way to the yoga, and today I don't know what to choose, but it's another reading from The Language of Letting Go by Melody Beattie. I think I'm going to go with yesterday's reading that I skipped. It's called New Beginnings. Resentments are blocks that hold us back from loving ourselves and others. Resentment do not punish the other person, they punish us. They become barriers to feeling good and enjoying life. They prevent us from being in harmony with the world. Sorry. Oh, sorry, I see a dog. I can't see the dog shiver. Resentments do not punish other persons, they punish us. They become barriers to feeling good and enjoying life. They prevent us from being in harmony with the world. Resentments are hardened chunks of anger. They loosen up and dissolve with forgiveness and letting go. Letting go of resentments does not mean we allow the other person to do anything to us that he or she wants. It means we accept what happened in the past and we set boundaries for the future. We can let go of resentments and still have boundaries. We try to see the good in the person or the good that ultimately evolved for whatever incident we feel resentful about. We try to see our part. That's where I have a problem. Our part. So the problem is that people tend to be black and white, to play the victim or the villain, where in fact it's neither one. Yeah, it takes two to tango, yes, but some people are just not programmed for being a loving human being. They're programmed for not being a loving human being. And you have to see that. תודה. אני רציתי לבקש בחד פעמי וזה בסדר, זה לא משנה, לא אשגע אותך.
אני אעביר לך את זה?
לא,
בטוח?
בטח, אני לא רוצה לשגע אותך. תודה, לא, זה מספיק. תודה. זה פשוט הקטע שלי, אבל זה בסדר, תודה. Okay. So, this is an example. I always get my coffee in a takeaway cup, and if they had known me as a regular customer, which I used to be, they would have picked it up, but the staff changed. Very young people, and they have various things they're doing in their lives. Okay, so owning our responsibility for whatever happens in life is important, but not taking on more than your part. Just saying, yeah, I also have responsibility. That's called growing up. That coffee smells good, by the way. It's good coffee here. Then we put the incident to rest. Praying for those we resent helps. Asking God to take our resentments from us helps too. As I said, God is very open to be interpreted as you interpret God to be. Lately, I'm really struggling with organized religion. It just seems to me just the opposite of creativity, open-minded, and just with such a huge agenda that I'm having a very hard time relating to organized religion's concept of God. And what I don't like is that I sort of don't see the difference between religion and sects lately. I just read a very sad article about Jonestown and what happened with the sect, the temple people, I believe they were, who did it. It wasn't actually a suicide, it was a massacre where they were forced to drink poisoned Kool-Aid. Ooh, she's feeling the energy is not really good. Sorry, Shel. Oops.
Where's my breakfast?
Yeah, she's wondering. Anyway, I have this negative sides to me, or just times when I wonder, where is God when people are forced to believe crazy ideas and act in violence accordingly? Brainwashing is a big issue of mine. Always has been for me. I've always been going against the majority, and it has a price. It has a price. So me and God, but the God of yoga and me are doing great. It's just that the God of organized religion is not good. I mean, why does God want me to have all these holidays? To feel disappointed at regular times of the year? Because for me, what used to be a burden, like I tried to celebrate all the Jewish holidays with my kids, nowadays it just seems to me such a burden that expectations. So yesterday was today is Tu B'Shvat, it's like the birthday of the tree or something. It's supposed to be the celebration of trees, of fruit. Actually, it's the fruit, which is really interesting, not the tree. Because they say it's like celebrating a person's deeds, not the person, and that's really wise. Because at the end of life, what remains is the deed of the person, not the person. We all leave these planets sooner or later. Sorry. And what remains is what you do. Are you going to be remembered as a person who's done kind acts towards others? Or are you going to be remembered as a person who ignored people and selfish person, just made money, or mixture of asshole and selfish? I don't know, certain things are a trigger for me. And I suppose I feel so not in the same place as most of society, because I'm always with the ones nobody wants. I'm always with the people nobody wants. I'm always teaching the kids nobody wants to teach. I'm always the Mary Poppins coming down with her magical umbrella, performing miracles, supposedly. But I'm working in a system that doesn't like Mary Poppins at all. And the question always is, where's God in the picture? Well, he's in dogs backwards, that's for sure. Shosha wasn't feeling good last night, and I'm a little bit concerned, but she's going to be okay. She's a strong one. Thing is, it's a burden to be a person who's awakened to this world, who's not sleeping, not in an illusion, not under sedation or all sorts of things. Coffee is also not very healthy for me, I know it. But I have to have something unhealthy. I have to go against the mainstream healthiness. But coffee is really not good for me, I know it. It makes your heart beat quicker. It's an addiction. And when you don't have it, every day you go cuckoo. I know the morning before I have my coffee, I'm very, very stressed out. So let's sum up God, whatever you want him to be, or her. I just wish the gender wouldn't play such a big role in God. I just wish he wouldn't have a white beard and sit up in the clouds. I just wish it would be something that's inside of every person and being, a fly, an amoeba. That's for me God. Life force. Yeah. And as for being moral people and making moral judgments, I think it's up to the person who has the ability to think and make decisions. It's a huge burden, but too many people just avoid and say, not my problem, not my problem. People suffering, not my problem. People not having basic human rights, not my problems. Dogs being euthanized because they don't have a place, because people don't take responsibility, not my problem. The meat industry, not my problem. So where is God? And then they go to church or synagogue, and that's what kills me. That's where I get like completely dissonance. Like, how do you go to a house of prayer after you've broken all the rules concerning dignity of other beings on this planet? I don't know. I just don't feel like doing that anymore. I don't feel like being with people who don't care about slaughtering animals or how the animals arrive in the table, who don't care about how the other human beings live, just as long as they have a lot of money. And I just don't want to be with people like that anymore. I want to choose the company I keep very carefully and very selectively. I don't want to be in sects. I don't want to be in religious groups anymore. And I also don't feel the need. Because me and whoever is God, we're doing fine, just without the rest of humanity intervening between us. I don't need the middleman. And I don't think you do either. I don't think anyone needs the middleman. I think we could just make a connection. The question is how you make a connection. For me, it's through art, poetry, definitely music. Absolutely music. Music is up there. That's the quickest connection. But it depends on which kind of music. Not satanic music with lyrics that call for destruction and violence. Yep, because we know it does influence people. So, playing for those who resent, and there's a long list, helps. Asking God to take our resentments from us helps us too. Please. It's a burden. What better way to begin a new year than by cleaning the slate of the past and entering this one free of resentments? So higher power, help me become ready to let go of my resentments. Bring any resentments that are hidden within me, unblocking me to the surface. Show me what I need to do to take care of myself by letting go of resentments, and then help me do that. Yep, you don't have to do it on your own. You just have to gather all your strength all the things that make you feel good. I'm going to do another reading because I skipped one last time. Wants and needs. Part of taking responsibility for ourselves means taking responsibility for what we want and need, and knowing that's okay to do. Learning to tune into ourselves, learning to listen to ourselves is an art. It takes practice. We can use our ability to guess what others want and need and apply that skill to ourselves. What does it sound like we might want and need? What would we guess would help us feel better? This one. This definitely worked, this cup of coffee. What are our feelings telling us? Our body, our mind, our intuition? If we ask, then listen closely, we'll hear the answer. We are wiser than we think. And we can be trusted. What we want and need counts. It's important. And it's valid. It's okay to learn to participate in meeting our own needs. We can learn to identify what we want and need and be patient with ourselves while we're learning. Today, I will pay attention to what I want and need. I will not discount myself. So, with that having said, thank you so much for listening, for subscribing to my channel. I wish you to begin your day with yoga. And if you need to have this coffee, it's okay. It's okay to have 1 cup of coffee a day. But try to eat healthy and choose the company you keep. And expectations. Don't expect, when you go to hang around in the mud with pigs, don't expect them to be swans. Sorry pigs, I like pigs. I like all animals. You know what I mean? If you're in the city, don't expect people to be loving, full of beautiful feelings. Sadly, a lot of people are living in the illusion that it's money that matters. So don't let those people take away your ideals and your dreams of living the best life you can by knowing that the best things don't cost money. The sky, the sun, your dog costs, okay, granted, but the flowers, they don't charge 1 penny. So, and the trees also, they don't send a bill at the end of the month. So remember that, and happy Tree Day to the trees in Israel and everywhere. Peace, light, and love. And I would love to hear from you. If you have any comments below, I'm always happy to hear. What do you think about how can you go about making sure that you have what you need and want in this world? And how can you let go of resentments? Love to hear from you, and I think it would be good to share this conversation and make it a conversation more than a speech for me. So have a wonderful day, and I'm sending you lots of good wishes here in a sunny land, and let's all let go of resentments. Peace, light, and love. Bye from all of us. And yes, I'm going to... Yes, you can combine coffee and yoga. It is possible.